I said about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Nabiya Rasulullah. So the ulama said, what is the difference between being a prophet and being a messenger? Is it possible to be a messenger without being a prophet? And is it possible to be a prophet without being a messenger? So whatever we are going to say, we beg Almighty Allah to let us say the right thing. May I not say what Allah and the Prophet have not told. I beg Allah to give you a perfect sense of understanding. So, Anabi Adam, alayhi salatu wasalam, was categorized as a Nabi. But he was not classified as a Rasul. He was a prophet of God, but he was not sent to. He was not sent to any tribe or any nation. But he was a prophet. So what lessons can we learn from our first father, who, according to our own judgment as human beings, supposed to be a perfect person? When he made a mistake, according to what I have explained, he quickly realized that he has done something that was not approved by God. So the lesson we can learn from our first father, there is something I want to caution us here. Very many of us who attended Western education back home in Nigeria, we have no choice but to attend Bible classes. Is that not correct? And when we attended Bible classes, unfortunately, we were fed so many things that God today, we can still see the traces in some people who are brothers and sisters relating to the story of our father, Nabi Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. Now, what is the mistake? When Allah told you, please just come in and sit down, we will meet everybody to sit down. I know God has been looking for the latest grandma in town. And the latest grandma, don't worry, you bring them well. So, back to what I was saying. When Allah said, everything in paradise is allowed to you, except only one. What we were told, maybe with the exception of very few of you, what we were told, or looking at it, was that snake, right? The serpent, the devil deceived the woman, that it was the woman who deceived Adam. That's what we were told. So, according to the biblical story, the original sin was caused by a woman. So, woman is the devil. That is the woman who tempted Adam to eat forbidden fruit. Islam said, Bala is not so. Woman did not make Adam to sin. Islam says no. The Quran says, Fa'akala, and the two of them ate it. He used the plural, that not akala. And the two of them ate it. And what is the lesson there? When the mistake was made, he realized, he quickly went back to Allah to beg for forgiveness. And Allah said, yes, my mercy is more than my anger. You are forgiven. The lesson from here, brothers and sisters, is that no matter how bad you have been, Allah is ready to forgive you. No matter how much offense you must have committed to the Creator of heaven and earth. Because when Adam, alayhi salatu wasalam, was committing the offense, and that's why Allah had the power to kill him instantly. But Allah wanted us to learn the lesson from the first man that has ever been from the surface of the earth. So, Allah said, I forgive you. Because the instruction he gave to Adam was not through a messenger, was not through a letter, a direct verbal communication. Now, let's come back. We have children. We have wives. We have barrister, drivers, and things like that. How do we treat people when we make mistakes? How do we treat our children when we make mistakes? How do we treat our husbands, our wives when we make mistakes? How do we even treat our fellow brothers and sisters when we make mistakes? Unfortunately, we all say we are all children of Adam, but Allah has given us some things to learn from Adam. That is, Allah is ready to forgive once you repent. Allah will forgive. Another lesson we have to learn to move on the lesson from the Prophet is Almighty Allah in His infinite mercy. About patience, we all know that if we compare our present life to the life of our parents, is that becoming harder or easier? Huh? Easier. Huh? Easier. Harder. Okay. Okay. Good. I like that. If you believe compared to the life of our parents, life is becoming harder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. 6, 7, 8, 9. If you believe life is becoming easier, raise up your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. The lesson we have to learn. The lesson we have to learn from the Prophet is that this life is not eternal. This is not paradise. A time will come to. I'm waiting for Brother Phil to finish. No. What I want to say, brothers and sisters, is that you yourself, you are in your own world. It depends on how you take your word to be. Let us go back to Anabi Ayub. Job, who was afflicted with disease that no doctor was able to cure. Yet, he remained steadfast with Allah. He ignored whatever everybody is saying about the world around him. He is focusing on who? On Allah. Now, if somebody is looking at Ayub that time, Job, somebody will say, Job is living a difficult life. But as far as Job is concerned, his dealing is between him and his Allah. Some of you said, life is hard. You are not wrong. People say life is easier. You are not wrong. Some people are living in only one bedroom with 4 children in this world. And they are still happy. Very happy. Very, very happy. Now, when you even see them outside, they are happier than people who are living in mansion. But when some of us visit them, and we see part of the way to here, part of the here, and we see, oh, come on, how many of you are living in this room? I knew my wife and 4 children. How is it? Oh, you are suffering? Oh, no. Because we are judging him using our own parameters. But the judgment of Allah is not like that. In that when Ayub was afflicted with disease, he ignored whatever comments people say about him. It's the same thing individually. At times you may be broke, that you find it difficult to even pay your bills. That time, somebody will say, that's difficult for that man. God that rescued Ayub from his affliction is the same God that is alive today. And when Ayub was healed, was cured of his disease, as if he was never sick in his life. Nígbà tí ara Ayuba yóò tó yá bẹ́ẹ̀ pé kò sí kìí. So, it depends on how you look at life according to the story of the prophet. If you go to Moses, Musa, see the lesson we can learn from Moses. I said here one day, there is nobody who can be so much educated to know the plan of God. You can't. Unless you can tell me that you are the one who chooses your mother and you are the one who chooses your father. We only came to this world and we open our eyes. We really choose our father, we do choose our mother. If we go and see the lesson from Musa, he is a child who did not even know what Allah has destined for you. See the mothers. How can the mother be told to throw our child into the water? And to spend a little time on that, how did God talk to the mother of Moses? How? Did he send an angel to her? The Quran didn't tell us that he sent an angel to bring the mother of Moses. But the Quran said, and we told the mother. How? And that is something we have got to take note today. We have what is called revelation and inspiration. Revelation and inspiration are two different things, but they are from the same source. Allah says in the Quran, and we inspire to the beings that you believe, take your house into mountain. Allah said, I commanded the beings to build his house. That is, Allah can inspire to any of you. At times, something will just flash through your mind. Allah may just inspire to you. Because everybody has the Spirit of God in him or her. Everybody. The same thing Allah inspired the mother of Moses. You are very fearful of the safety of your son. If you keep him in this house, he's not going to be secure. The only best place that the child is going to be secure is to throw him inside the water. Who can believe that? It's not possible. But that is inspiration. So the lesson from that, from Moses, is that at times Allah may inspire to you. When Allah inspires you, you listen and you pray. It depends on the relationship between you and your Allah. If you have a very good relationship with God Almighty, He will not confuse you between the word of Satan and the word of God. Because Satan too whispers. Satan whispers. So, Anabi Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, see the difficulty he faced, though it was God, Allah is the one who sent him a message. Allah will give you a task to perform, but you have to beg Allah to make it easy for you. If Allah gives you a job, that any God, you do work. What about for a missionary that gives you the job? It's only Allah that can make that work easy for you. It's only Allah. Some of us, we beg God for work. Once we see the work we get, we are so happy. We think it's our wisdom, it's our education, it's our training that can make us to be successful at our job. No! It's only when Anabi Musa alayhi salatu wasalam pray unto Allah. You are the one who sent me to rescue the children of Israel from the wickedness of Pharaoh. Make it easy for me. So, that one is closely linked to my first message about how time goes up and down in human life. When time is good for you, during your summer period, when your time is good for you, that's your summer period, right? You can put on a child, you can enjoy the life. what you have to do, brothers and sisters, is to be grateful to Allah. It's very easy for mankind to forget to be grateful to Allah. Very easy. We remember God when we need His intervention. It's only when we are in difficulty that we remember Him most. That time, I found, let us pray. Take $10. Let us pray. Do this. Members are coming up around, so jumping because we are looking for solution. That is very hot. So we run from Peter to Paul. Right. But according to the Quran, when we now remove trouble away from Him, He forgets us, but He has only forgotten Himself. Musa did not do that. Anabi Sulaiman, alayhi salatu wasalam, not do that. How can I tell you, how can I confess you did not do that? You remember that Almighty God allowed Sulaiman to listen to the word of everything created by God. Everything created by God, Solomon was given the power to hear. See, he did not even know how to appreciate what God has done for him. That day when he was playing with his soldiers, if you go to Swat, you will see it in the Quran, chapter of the prophet and chapter of the ant. They were going like this, and the ants were going, and one of the ants spoke, only one small ant. Others saw, leave the road because Sulaiman and the soldiers will kill us. They will trample upon us. But God allowed Sulaiman to be an ant. It was at that point Sulaiman prayed, Rabbi, I'll see him. And Ashura Ni'matiya Lati Amta Alayya. Wa ala walidayya. Wa amala amalan salihan Allah. Wa inni bi rahmatika fi ibadika salihin. Oh Allah, guide me, command me. How I will be grateful to you for the favor you bestow on me and upon my parents, and guide me to do good in this life until I die. The good that you are going to be very, very happy with. And when I die, count me among the beautiful servants of yours. For we, how do we thank Allah? You know inside you. So from Sulaiman, let us know how to appreciate. We should not forget when God has done something for us. When God has done something for us, we should not. What's the time here, brother? Forward. 4:20. Yeah? We start with finish at start 5 to 4. 4:50. So I don't have minutes more. The last example I will give, a lesson from our Prophet Muhammad. That is the person the Quran described. Innaka la'ala ulikul azim. You cannot see that verse in any other book. Allah said, you are a wonderful creation. إِنَّكَ لَعَلَّى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. You are a wonderful creation. Every Muslim has got lessons to learn from all the prophets sent by Allah. And should be an example of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Unfortunately, very many of us are close to being opposite of what we are supposed to be. And I was talking about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Quran. When Allah says, فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِنَ اللَّهِ لِنتَ لَهُمْ لَوْ كُنْتَ فَظًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. He said, فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِنَ اللَّهِ لِنتَ لَهُمْ. You, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is by the mercy of Allah we made you to be soft for them. Now, if you are too harsh on them, they will run away from you. They will run away from you. Is that not a blessing for us, brothers and sisters? I cannot see why the Muslims are so harsh-hearted, so hardened, so inflexible, so rigid, so tough. We have some Muslim brothers, when they park their car, the children will just run away, like they are scoring home. From where? When the children should be very happy to welcome their father. We cannot say that is a lesson to learn from the Prophet. The Prophet used to sit down with his children, with his wives, and play with them. In fact, we have some men, whatever suggestion the wife brings is a stupid suggestion. When we have heard many times when the Prophet was consult with Khadija, I said it here before and I will say it again. The first revelation, the first time that the Prophet had, I said it here before, when he was shaking, the first time he saw Archangel Gabriel, he was overcome with fear. He was shaking, he was shivering. He did not go to his uncle, he did not go to his family's house, he went to his wife. He went to his wife, and when he got to Khadija, he said, Tastilini, cover me. And when I was asking the question, why did he have to go to Khadija, why not to his uncle or his grandfather? He has got a family house. But we have got so many of us who, instead of taking our wives as our body, we take our wife as a spare tire. And the first person we consult is people back home in Nigeria first, uncle, grandfather, grandfather, grandmother. Then God will not say, right? So, and the lesson from the Prophet, when Allah said, you are a wonderful creation. And next about the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he so merciful. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. That is what the God says. We have sent you as a message to mankind. You related in the mosque, in the presence of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of the mosque was a very one person. They insulted him in his lifetime. Can you please do that again? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Now, before I hand over the microphone, there is nothing that is happening now. That did not happen when he was alive. What did he do? Even when Allah had not happen, he was asked. Allah had the power to ask him to revenge. And they asked him, can we ask this mountain to crush your enemies? And he said, no. If they don't believe my message now, maybe their children will. He had the power to tell Allah, now that you have given me the kingdom of Mecca and Medina, all my enemies, kill all of them now. He did not. How come? Because some people drew caricature of Prophet Muhammad will now kill innocent people. It's not in defense of the Prophet. In his life, he never asked anybody to do that. He never. People urinated in the mosque, and some Sahabas wanted to say no, educate the person, and clean the mosque. And before you know it now, our brothers in Nigeria, we start burning churches. Before you know it now in Nigeria, our brother will start killing innocent people. So, the lessons we can learn from the Prophet is so gentle, is so kind, is so tolerant. He had and dined with his wives, with his children. A Muslim should be gentle, should be soft-hearted. Unfortunately, some of us, alhamdulillah, we are all who was born here, we are not. Is there anybody who was born here? Nobody. So I can talk now. I mean,